Okay. So, good evening, brothers and sisters. Ang topic nato karon is about the life of Saint Padre Pio. Ang iyang life is very, very rich. Kulang ang isa ka lecture. Actually, this will be 4 parts ng lecture ito. Sa kadaghan sa iyang miracle, sa kadaghan sa iyang mga words of faith, no? A very extraordinary saint of our time, Saint Padre Pio. We will have a lot of things to learn from him. He was born in May 25, 1887. He was baptized the next day. And his real name is Francesco Forgione. He is Italian. Ang iyang father is Grazio Forgione, Maria Giuseppa de Nunzio ang iyang mama, and they are all devout peasant farmers. They are very poor in the village of Pietrelcina, southern Italy. Their family attended Mass daily. They pray the Rosary daily. And they fast 3 times a week. Oh, maybe MWF. Basta 3 times a week, no? They fast. And at the age of 5, gamay pa si Saint Padre Pio is very already has great interest in the spiritual life. He is makita na nga very prayerful and very holy nga bata. 5 years old siya nagpakita si Jesus sa iya, the apparition of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And the Lord placed His hand over Francis' head, and He promised Francis that he would be a faithful follower of His. No? You will become my follower. Ingnan niya si Francis at the age of 5. And ang iyahang life, ang iyang vocation would be sealed from that moment on. Padre Pio offered himself at such a young age as a victim soul. Para sa mga wala kabalo, ang victim soul are people who are chosen by God, invited by God. Now, siyempre, naman tayo free will. Wala, dili pugsanay. But they are chosen people who are invited by God kung ilang i-accept ang role to become the victim soul, meaning all throughout their life they will suffer. And their suffering will be offered for the salvation of souls. So ato na siyang topic bahin atong redemptive suffering about ng Redemptionis Dolores nga ang atong mga suffering, if we unite it to Jesus sa iyang cross, it will be used for the conversion of sinners and for the reparation and atonement for sins of the whole world. So kini mga victim souls, extraordinary ang ilang suffering. Kagaya ni Blessed Maria Alexandrina da Costa, Saint Gemma Galgani, and many more. And what is special about victim souls is most of them, they are mystics. And most of them, they are allowed to share in the wounds of Christ, like stigmata. And then, labot ana, they are allowed to suffer at the hands of demons. Gina-torment sila sa mga demons. Physical torment. Ginakulata sila. Dugang pagina on top of their emotional torments at the hands of other people, even fellow priests and religious. Emotional suffering, physical suffering, spiritual suffering, demonic attacks. So grabe ang ilahang suffering. So muna ang victim soul. So that year would mark the life of Francis forever. He began to have apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary also. And apparitions of Mama Mary will continue throughout the rest of his life. And also, na siya special relationship sa iyang guardian angel. He can see his guardian angel at a young age. It's so common ang iyahang guardian angel nga makita niya nga hitot ang tanang tawo makakita pod sa ilang guardian angel. Ulahin na lang siya kabalo, pagdako-dako na niya nga ang uban di ay nga mga tao dili kakita, siya ra di ay. No? It is so normal to him that he assumed that others can also see their guardian angel. So at a young age, nag-practice na siya mga penitensya, mga penances, and other disciplines that is already very hard for adults. He slept on a stone floor and with a stone for a pillow. He can see guardian angels, but unfortunately, he can also demons. So, this is the reason that whenever his parents leave him in a crib, ibilin siya sa duyan para patulugon, and when the lights is turned off, he would scream of terror because gamay pa siya, ginasugod na siya og attack, harass sa mga devil. It is also at that age nga ang mga devils began to torture him. Sometimes mga friends and neighbors would see him fighting. They thought he's just fighting his shadow, but actually he is fighting demons. And these battles would continue the rest of his life. Pari na siya sa convent, no? Makaplagan na lang siya sa iyang mga kauban sa sulod sa iyang kwarto, wala na siyang malay, duguan, usahay, murag kamatyunon sa kulata sa demonyo sa iyang kwarto. Yan na. Ang attacks would last even until his dying age. No? So he was quiet, he is shy boy, and he is very pious. And he remains many hours inside the church after Mass. And then, he would even make an arrangement to the sacristan to permit him to stay, no? Even when the church is already closed, so that he can stay in the Blessed Sacrament. At the age 10, he expressed to his parents that he want to become a friar. So, nagpangita og mga konbento ang iyang parents, very supportive sa iyang gusto. Ngita sila kung asa siya pwede maka-join. So, gi-assess siya, kulang pa siya og education. So, nag-hire sila og private tutor, pero para mabayaran ang private tutor, nag-travel ang iyang papa sa Amerika o into other places just to find work para makabayad kay because they are so poor, no? So that he can send money home and pay for the tutor. And at the age of 15, ready na siya, enough ng iyang education, gidawat na siya as a novitiate sa Capuchin Friars sa Marcon. Tapos pagsulod niya sa novitiate, ang gigamit niya nga ngalan is Pio, taken from Saint Pope Pius V. Kay ganahan siya ni Saint Pope Pius V. So Pio. Ang iyang tinod ngalan is Francis Forgione. Oh. And then days before nagsulod siya sa novitiate, nagpakita si Jesus sa iya sa isa ka vision nga gipakita niya ang battleground. And that battleground, sa pikas nga side na yung mga nakaputi nga mga gwapo nga mga tao, sa pikas murag mga monster, mga giant beast, no? Colored black. And then ingon si Jesus, you have to confront that horrible creature. Ningon siya, dili ko kasukol na, dako kaayo da, unsaon ako na pagdaog, no? Pero ingon si Jesus, ayaw ka bala ka, tabangan ta ka. So, he did battle in that vision. Pero very real, no? Nga battle. And then, nadaog siya, he came out triumphant, but he was bruised and beaten up, no? And then giingan siya ni Jesus, you will combat that beast again through your entire life, and do not be afraid, I will be with you, no? I will be protecting you, helping you always on your side until the end of the world. So kining vision ni Padre Pio is very scary, that it lasted 20 years ang iyahang kahadlok. Grabe ang effect ani niya nga vision, it petrified him for 20 years. Ingana kahadlok. So dili ni siya ingon nga murag vision lang. Grabe kahadlok kini nga events in life. And also, the day before entering the seminary, nagpakita po si Mama Mary sa iya. And then, giving him encouragement, no? So, sa Capuchin Fraternity, ang gisudlan niyang order is very strict and very disciplined. Very faithful to the order of Saint Francis of Assisi. Fasting and penance were their regular practice. And Padre Pio embraced all forms of self-privation, always eating very little. On one occasion, for 20 days, he was just nourished only by the Eucharist. 20 days. And gipangutana siya sa experience niya to, ingon siya, I am immensely happy when I suffer. O niingon siya nga it was the best time of his life katong 20 days nga nagsalig lang siya sa Eucharist. First, by location. So si Padre Pio daghan kaayo siya og mga spiritual gifts. Especially he can read minds. He can read the sins of people inside the confession. Kung dili ka mutug-an sa imong sala, siya ay mag-enumerate sa imong sala. No? And then he can read the hearts of men. Even outside the confession, he can bilocate many places at one time. Si Padre Pio, once pagsulod niya sa San Giovanni Rotondo na seminary o convent, wala naging siya gawas-gawas bisan pag sa hospital mo adto sa iyang once pagsulod niya. So, but he visits a lot of people all around the world with his bilocation. 1905, while he was praying, na siya kauban nga friar pod, nikalit lang, he found himself in a very far away house. Inside the house, na ay usa ka dying nga amahan. Ang iyang asawa naapod dito sa pikas kwarto giving birth to a daughter. So while ang iyang wife giving birth, ang husband is dying. And then si Mama Mary giingnan siya na nikalit lag appear dito si Padre Pio atong nga balay, no? Very far place. Ingnan siya, I entrust to your care this creature. Meaning katong bata nga gipanganak, no? She is unpolished, precious stone. Work in her, instruct her, make her shine as much as possible because one day I want to adorn myself with her. Meaning gipili ni Mama Mary kining bata na. She has a certain mission maybe, no, in life. She is unpolished gem. So, make her shine someday. Ingon si Padre Pio, how could this be if I am just a poor student? Di pa siya pare, no? Dili pa gani ko sigurado kung mapare ko, makapasar ba ko. And unsaon ako ni, og layo pug kaayo ning bata-ana, unsaon ako pag take care aning bata-ana. He's so far away. Ingon si Mama Mary, do not doubt. She will come to you. but you will meet her beforehand in Basilica of St. Peter. Asa man na? Sa Vatican, ang Basilica of St. Peter. Mag-meet ka mo dito. And then, after Mama Mary said that, he found himself back in his cell again, praying. 18 years after, 18 years later, kini nga bayi, niadto siya sa Vatican, Basilica of St. Peter, nangita siya og pare para makakonfess. O nangita po siya pare nga iyahang mapangayon og spiritual direction. It was already late and the basilica was going to close. So she looked around and saw a friar entering the confessional and closing the door. Kita siya na friar nisulod sa confessional. O nisunod siya. He approached him and began to share her problems with him. So gi-absolve siya sa pare, and then gitagaan siya blessing o gitagaan siya og advice. Lipay kayo siya sa gipangsulti sa pare, o sa kalipay niya iyang giadtuan ng pare o iyahang halukan ang iyahang hand. Pero nakuratan siya pagbukas niya sa pultahan, walay tao sa sulod sa confessional. So wala lang to niya, siguro abi niya nilakaw lang ang pare. 1 year later, the young lady went to pilgrimage to San Giovanni Rotondo sa monasteryo ni Padre Pio. So Padre Pio was walking through the halls and the cells full of pilgrims, and upon seeing the young lady among them, nakita ni Padre Pio itong babae, gitudlo niya, ingon siya, I know you. You were born the day your father died. I know you. So mao dayto ang bata nga giingnan ni Mama Mary nga, you will take care of this creature. Nakuratan ang lady, surprised, waited a long time to be able to confess with Padre Pio and clarify her concerns. Padre Pio welcomed her in the confessional with these words, My daughter, you have finally come. I have waited so many years for you. The young lady even more surprised. Ingnan niyang si Padre Pio nga first time pa naman nato nagkita. Ingon ng si Padre Pio, you already know me. You came last year to Basilica of St. Peter. So, siya di ito ang pare nga iyang gikumpisalan. Pero si Padre Pio never left San Giovanni Rotondo. Pero nagkita sila sa St. Peter's Basilica. The young lady became his spiritual daughter. Always obeying his advice, she married and formed a solid and exemplary Christian family. So, mao na iyahang mission. By the way, when we say spiritual children of Saint Padre Pio, naidaghan kaayong mga spiritual children si Padre Pio, spiritual sons, spiritual daughters. You will be so fortunate if you become his spiritual sons and daughters. Because he will take care of you, give you advice, and wherever you go, he will protect you. Wherever you go, mag-bilocate siya, visit iyang bantayan ang iyang mga spiritual sons and daughters. Even until now, you can become spiritual sons and daughters. Na ay requirement, kung na ay time atong i-discuss how to become spiritual sons and daughters of Padre Pio. On August 10 of 1910, Padre Pio was ordained priest, 1910. And he wrote this prayer during his ordination. Oh Jesus, my yearning and my life, I ask you to make me a holy priest and a perfect victim. So, mauni kanunay ginasulti ni Padre Pio sa iyang mga spiritual children. If you desire to attend the Holy Mass with devotion, and obtain fruits, di ba, ang simbata, murag walay nahitabo, pag humagmisa, murag maurag yapon. So, if you want to obtain fruits when you attend Mass, think of the sorrowful mother at the foot of the Calvary. So, imagine mo, nasa tiilan sa cross, si Mama Mary, nagpighati nga nagasubo sa iyang anak na namatay. And think of the passion of Jesus. During the Mass, Jesus is being crucified. So the more he climbed to perfection, the more he was threatened by the devil. And the more he was tormented by Satan, the more he grew in faith and love for the Lord. Physical assaults, grabe, mutuak ni sulti, kinapulata siya, halos everyday. False apparitions, mga false apparitions, mubisita sa iyahang kwarto, ang iyang mga superior, mubisita si Mama Mary, si Jesus, si Saint Francis of Assisi, Saint Pope Pius the fifth. Daghan mapakita, pero they are devils, no? False apparitions. Mahibaw-an lang niya, matest niya nga kini mga demonyo kung ingnon niya, no? Say, blessed be Jesus, blessed be Mama Mary. Kung dili mo sulti, that is false nga mga apparition. Even Saint Michael the Archangel mapakita pero di ay demonyo, no? And a lot of temptations. At the age of 17, Brother Pio became extremely ill. He could only digest milk and cheese. Grabe ni siya. All throughout his life, is very sickly. Very, very sickly. Very frail ang iyang health, no? O gipadala na siya, sige siya paulion para kuan. He was sent to the mountain for better air, and when this did not work, he was sent home in his family, no? Shortly after his ordination, his fevers and his ills that always with him suffered during his studies came back. Okay, so ang iyang priestly life is accompanied by religious works, theological studies, catechism sa mga children, and meeting with individual families. Okay, ang stigmata. Ang stigmata, mao ni siya ang wounds ni Jesus Christ nga gina-share niya sa mga pinili. Ang first nga priest, no? Ang first nga priest nga na-stigmata nga recorded si Padre Pio. Si Saint Francis of Assisi, siya ang first recorded nga na-stigmata pero hindi man priest si Saint Francis of Assisi. Si Padre Pio pare. So si Saint Francis dili. But in the Bible, according to theologians, it is believed that the first ever nga naka-receive og stigmata is Saint Paul. Because Saint Paul said, Saint Paul said something like this in the Bible. He said, no one can find fault in me because I bear the marks of Christ. Ingat siya, I bear the marks of Christ. So it many believe, the mga theologians, that Saint Paul is the first one to receive the stigmata. Okay, 1910, first manifested the first symptoms. In the middle of my hands, a red stain appeared the size of a penny, accompanied by an intense pain. I also felt much pain beneath my feet. These pains in the hands and feet of Pio were the first accounts of the stigmatas that were visible until 1918. So si Padre Pio, gi-assign siya sa military during First World War. Pero tungkol sa iyang frail health, he was sent 3 times, sent back due to health reasons. And then, when his health deteriorated, kipa uli siya. Ang sulti diri is to allow him to die in peace at home. Ingana kagrabe ang iyang sitwasyon. So the minor seminary, gi-assign siya. He is in charge with the students, no? Mga seminarians. He was in charge of providing them with meditations, confessing, spiritual conversations. And he prayed much and watched their spiritual growth. He took care of them spiritually. One day, while they were walking with the young seminarians, he suddenly said, "One of you pierced my heart. Natingala sila, no? Nganong unsay sala namo, kinsay nakasala sa iyahang anong sulti niya ni sumpay siya. One of you this morning made a sacrilegious communion. Meaning, na ay nag-receive sa Holy Communion in a state of mortal sin. No? Ingon siya, to think that it was me who gave it to him during the Mass. So, makabasa siya, no? The guilty young man knelt down and confessed his guilt. Padre Pio made a sign to the others so that they go back. So it was right there on the street that he heard his confession and restored him back to sanctifying grace. Huh? Transverberation of the heart. So, unsa man yung transverberation of the heart? So, it is an extraordinary grace that some saints like Saint Teresa of Jesus and Saint John of the Cross have received. Kanang murag gitusok og spear ang iyahang ang heart. The heart of a person chosen by God is pierced by a mysterious lance, or what is experienced as a dart that upon penetrating leaves behind a wound of love that burns. Meanwhile, the soul is elevated to the highest levels of the contemplation of love and pain. So, dili lang stigmata ang iyang na-receive, kundi transverberation. Ang iyang heart is pierced, no? Gitusok, perte sakita. Describe ni Padre Pio ang iyang experience during pag-receive niya ani. Ingan siya. I was listening to the confessions of the young men the night of August 5. When all of a sudden, I was very frightened upon seeing with the eyes of my mind a celestial visitor who appeared right in front of me. In his hand, he carried something like an iron lance with a very sharp tip. It seemed as if fire was coming out of the tip. I saw the person thrust the lance violently in my soul. I could barely complain when I felt I was dying. Mamatay na siya sa kasakit. I told the young man to leave the confessional because I felt very sick and did not have the strength to continue. This martyrdom lasted without any interruption until the morning of August 7. So 2 days without interruption. Continuous ang pain. From that day, I felt a great affliction and a wound in my soul that is always open and causes me agony. Okay. So, ang stigmata ni Padre Pio lasted for 50 years. And the 5 wounds of Christ, he visibly carried his body for 50 years. So, about the stigmata, brothers and sisters, mudugo gid ni siya. Pero ang difference sa fake nga stigmata, na may ang devil makaproduce po og stigmata. Pero ang gikan sa devil, ang pasyente nga makareceive sa demonic stigmata, mag-hemorrhage. Pero ang stigmata gikan sa kay Lord, dili kinanglan og blood transfusion, dili maapektuhan ang health. O kining dili mo baho, mo produce siya og fragrant smell like flowers, and dili siya magnana og magfester, no? It's always fresh ang blood. O usahay mawala na siya og mo appear na pod, no? A little over a month after receiving the piercing of the heart, Padre Pio received visible signs of the Passion of Christ. Morning singon si Saint Paul, Galatians chapter 6 verse 17. From now on, let no one cause me trouble, for I bear on my body the marks of Jesus. This could be the stigmata Saint Paul received. So, iyang described, no? It was September 20, 1918. In the chapel, I was praying, Thanksgiving, and then, suddenly a great light blinded me, and Christ, who was bleeding in all parts, appeared to me. From his wounded body came out rays of light that looked like arrows that hurt my feet, my hands, and my side. So, mao kani ang 5 wounds of Christ. Sa side, 2 hands and 2 feet. When I returned to myself, I found myself on the floor and full of wounds. My hands, feet, and side bled, and they hurt even enough to make me lose all my strength to stand up. I felt as if I was dying, and I would have died if the Lord would not have come to support my heart that I felt palpitating strongly in my chest. I crawled on the floor until I arrived at my cell. I lay down and I prayed. I saw once again my wounds, and I cried, elevating hymns and gratitude to God. Very amazing. So, ang iyang stigmata are deep wounds in the center of his hands, feet, and left side. And living blood come out from both sides, making Padre the first priest with stigmata. Ang stigmata comes from the Greek word meaning mark or sign on the body. So, gipa-examine ng iyang stigmata sa mga physician. And Dr. Romanelli did not have any slightest doubt with regards to the supernatural character of the phenomenon. Iyang gisulti nga, it is real wounds, dili fake. Gipa-investigate kini sa Holy See, sa Pope, nagpadala og investigate. Pero ang gipadala si Father Agustin Gemelli, a Franciscan physician, founder of Catholic University of Milan. He is famous in the matters of experimental psychology. Kinis Father Agustin, niadto siya o hikalit sa San Giovanni Rotondo, wala siya written permission to examine the wounds. So, Padre Pio did not show him his hands. Kaya wala man siya written permission. And because of this, nalain siguro si Father Gemelli, iyang automatic gi-report nga ang stigmata ni Padre Pio is false. Even without seeing it, he reported back to the Vatican that it is false and it is caused by neurotic nature, and he published it in his popular magazine. So the Holy Office made use of the gigamit kining verdict, and then it was declared the little proof of the supernatural nature of the facts. So diha na sila nabase ang Vatican sa ilang desisyon, and because of that, he was put in isolation. He was condemned. He was prohibited to receive visitors, even letters. He spent 10 years in isolation down the monastery. Even he cannot accept visitors. Completely isolated from 1923 to 1933. Og dire nasulti ni Padre Pio, gipangutana siya nga unsa may imong reaksyon nga you are unfairly judged, you are unfairly mo ni ang punishment, ang verdict sa imuha nga you are a false mystic, you are of the devil, mo ning gisulti. Unsa may imong reaksyon? Ang iyang sulti, pray, hope, and don't worry. Kuyaw. So during these years, he not only suffered the pains of the passion of the Lord in his body, he also felt in his soul the pain of isolation and the weight of suspicion. His humility, his obedience, and charity never denied the accusations. Grabe ang iyang humility and obedience. So, all he did was cover his face with his hands and said, if this is the will of God, I accept it. So, let us go how Padre Pio celebrates the Mass. He wakes up every morning at 3:30, he prayed the divine office, the liturgy of the hours, and the readings. He was a prayerful priest and lover of prayer. He would repeatedly say, "Prayer is the bread and life of the soul. It is the breath of the heart. I do not want to be anything more than this, a prayer who loves." So, grabe siya ang iyang devotion sa prayer. So, kung magmisa siya, muragid siya naa sa Calvary. Ang tanan nga naka-witness kung siya magmisa, makita nga siya naga-experience of pain. He suffered the pains of the crucified. And he gives profound sense to the liturgical prayers of the church. When he would say, "This is my body, this is my blood," mausab ang iyang hitsura. As if he really experienced the pain of Jesus. This is my body, this is my blood. His countenance would transfigure. The Mass, ingon siya, is Christ on the cross with Mary and John on the foot. At the same time, the angels in adoration. Let us cry of love and adoration on this contemplation.
Sa Jane?
So, one time, Padre Pio was asked how he could spend so much time standing on his wounds. Yun sa nimo na pag celebrate og Mass nga naman kay mga samad. Yun sa nimo na. Ingon siya, "My daughter, during the Mass, I am not standing. I am hung with Jesus on the cross." Grabe, no? Kauban siyang nakalansang sa cross. Kauban kay Jesus. Padre Pio loved Jesus so much, no, that he experienced in his own body a true hunger and thirst for him. Ingon siya, "I have such a hunger and thirst before I received Jesus that I could soon die of anguish." Ingon si Padre Pio, "The world can survive without the sun." Kabalo makikita nga bisag 1 minute lang walay sun, ang earth would die, no? We really need the sun because mo freeze ang earth kung wala ang sun. Pero even though ingon siya, the world can survive without the sun but never without the Mass. All throughout the world, 24 hours a day, naay ga-celebrate og Mass. Once the Mass will stop, it is the end of the world. We cannot survive without the Mass. Huwag dingan si Padre Pio, kung kabalo lang kuno kita, unsa ang pagtanaw ni God sa usa ka Holy Mass, we would risk our lives to be present at every single Mass. Kung kabalo lang kuno kita, unsa ang value sa usa ka Mass, we would risk our life maka-attend lang og misa. Pero napakita karon sa stage nga nag-ambivalent pa ta, ay magmaka-attend, may magdili. Pero kung nasabtan lang gid daw kuno tuod nato, we would risk, no? We would be willing to risk our lives just to attend a Mass. In one occasion, he was asked if the Blessed Virgin Mary was present during the Mass. Ingon siya, "Yes. She places herself at the side, but I can see her. She is always present." Whoever participated in the celebration of the Eucharist with Padre Pio, so kung daghan man kayo mga pilgrims mo ato, buhi pa si Padre Pio, daghan na kaayo ang moadto because buhi pa siya, daghan na kayo ang mga miracles. That's why all over the world would go to San Giovanni, even mga bishops moadto na dito mangkumpisal sa iyahan. So, when you attend his Mass, ang mga sinners will not be at ease with their sin. So that's why after the Mass, they would immediately confess to Padre Pio. So after the Holy Mass, Padre Pio sat down in the confessional for long hours giving preference to men whom he said he were in most need of confession. So, ginatagaan niya preference katong mga nanginahanglanon gyud katong yung mga makasasala ginauna niya. Kung siya mo'y mupili, kay siya ra may makabalo sa kasing-kasing. Of course, dili gikan niya ang gahom, gikan sa Ginoo. Ang Ginoo mo'y nagahatag kaniya og gift to read the hearts of men. So, abi natog si Padre Pio, ng always very nice, ng very friendly, no. He's very strict. He was severe with the curious and hypocrites and liars. But he is loving and compassionate to those who are truly repenting. Sa mga tao nga nagbasol gyud sa ilang sala, he is very loving and compassionate to them. But sa mga curious, kinsa man yung mga curious, kaya bitaw mga tao nga dili walay plano gyud mangumpisal pero naalang diha kay mangusyoso lang, mutan-aw gyud ko tinuod ba gyud si Padre Pio nga milagroso, nga nang muralag mga marites. O katong mga hypocrites, katong dili gyud tinuod nga nagbasol sa ilang sala para lang makakonfess o ginapagawas nila nga sila maayo nga tao pero bisan dili nila ang kunon nga sila makasasala. So, stricto kaayo og severe si Padre Pio sa ilaha. Pero sa mga tao nga naghinulsol, nga humble, nga nagdawat sa ilang sala, he is very loving and compassionate with them. One time, Padre Pio was asked, ipangutana siya nga nung imo mang ginaabog. Si Padre Pio moabog siya og tao pagawa sa confessional. Go out. Naay mga cases nga pagawason niya. So gipangutana siya nga nung naman kay mga penitents nga ginapagawas nga wala nimo ginatagaan og absolusyon. Because actually dili automatic kada confess nimo tagaan kag absolusyon. Dili na mao ang rules. Pwede kang balibaran og dili ka tagaan og absolusyon kung makita sa pare nga wala kay plano baguhon ang imong kinabuhi. No? So ang tubag niya, I throw them out, but I accompany them with prayer and suffering, and they come back. Ginapagawas na ako sila, pero ginaampuan na ako sila. O ginapinitensyahan, I offer penance for them. Pero katong nga magipang-abog na ako, nagabalik rapod. No? Ningon siya, the anger was only superficial. Kay kung dili na ako tubuhaton, they do not convert to God. So, dili siya, ang iyahang style is tough love. No? Dili baby. Nga, don't want to hurt feelings. Sobrahan kita karon ka baby, spoiled brat. Ang atong simbahan, sometimes, ang iban ng mga leaders, mga priests, don't want to hurt, politically correct, no? Dili ma-convert, no? So, it is better to be reproached by a man in this world than to be reproached by God on the other one. One day, si Padre Pio na-notice niya usa ka batanon nga lalaki gahilak. Wala siya pakialam, hilak lang siya nga hilak. Gitawag niya, nganong gahilak man kadong? Because when I confessed a while ago, you did not give me absolution. Hilak siya. Ningon, i-console siya ni Padre Pio, ingin siya, anak, I did not deny you absolution so that I can send you to hell. I denied you absolution so that I can send you to heaven. So that mag-leksyon para force him to mend his ways. No? He even one time chased out a woman in the confessional and he called her murderer. So gipangutan na siya pagbalik atong bahay the next day, anong gigukod mo kanimo pagawas? Gingnan niya nga, sorry but I saw a vision that your 2 daughters went to hell because gipasagdan lang nimo nga magsuot og mga immodest nga mga dress og magsigi og apil og mga dance with boys, and their soul is in danger of hell because pasagdan nimo magsuot og immodest dress ang imong mga anak. Next, the apostolate of happiness. Si Padre Pio, he likes humor. And mahilig po siya muhatag og mga jokes. No? He is harsh against all types of sin, but at the same time tender, jovial, and a lover of life. He was a brilliant conversationalist with astuteness of maintaining his listeners in suspense. Mahilig siya maghatag og clean jokes, clean humor. No? Pero dili over nga ang uban karon, sobrahan na puros ng jokes. He would just insert jokes from time to time, but clean ones. Na ito isa ka close niya nga parishioner, iyan siya, "Father, it is my birthday today. Say something nice to me." Ijokan niya, "Oh, death is near." No? One of his jokes. Okay. Isa sa mga kuan niya, nga miracles niya, naay usa ka tawo nagpangayo og prayer sa iyaha, no? Tungod kay sakit kay iyang ngipon. Feeling niya wala gitubag ang iyahang prayer intercession kay Padre Pio sa iyang kalagot kay sakit kay iyang ngipon, iyang gilabay ang picture ni Padre Pio og sapatos, iyang gilabay. And then as time passed and having forgotten the incident, ni adto siya sa San Giovanni and nag-confess kay Padre Pio. Kabalo kaon sa isulti ni Padre Pio, naapa kay lakas ng loob balik dire after what you did to my picture. You throw, no? And you still have the courage even after the blow with the shoe that you gave me on my face. Pero how could he know that? Wala siya dito sa iyang balay paglabay, no? So that is the example of mga bilocations ni Padre Pio. And usa ka mga milagro si Gemma, no? Born without pupils in her eyes. Idala siya sa iyang grandmother sa San Giovanni Rotondo and to ask for miracle. Gibless siya ni Padre Pio, made the sign of the cross over her eyes, and nakakita ang bata. Pero another miracle is, bisan pag walay pupil ang bata, medically speaking, it is impossible to see without pupil. Pero bisan without pupil, makakita ang bata. No? She was left without pupils. As an adult, Gemma entered into religious life. Here is the actual picture of Gemma, born without pupils. Pero very strange, after the blessing of Padre Pio, makakita siya, even still without pupils. Huh? And then, si Padre Pio nangayo og prayers niya katong usa ka couple nga mga nakay, pero ang mama daghang complication. Giingnan siya ni Padre Pio, "Go in peace, there will be no operations." Dili kinahanglan operahan ang imong asawa sa iyang mga complications. Pero on the day of childbirth, niingon ang mga doktor, maot ang sitwasyon sa imong asawa, kinahanglan siya og operahan. So na-remember sa bana ang sulti ni Padre Pio nga no operation, at the same time niingon ng mga doktor nga kinahanglan operation, ingon siya butbuton ni si Padre Pio. So iyang gi-curse ang picture ni Padre Pio, suko kay siya, no? Desperately went to the room next door where there was a photograph of Padre Pio on the wall, and in front it began to insult and curse him. Pero right after that, nakadungog siya sa pikas kwarto, naghilak ang bata. Pagsulod niya, nanganak ang iyang asawa without operation. True enough, sa promise ni Padre Pio. And after a few days, napunsin siya sa iyang gibuhat, nangay siya sorry, niadto si San Giovanni Rotondo, nangay siya sorry kay Padre Pio. O wala pa siya kasulti kay Padre Pio unsay iyang gibuhat, niingon na si Padre Pio, "It is all right, but all the mean words and insults you said in front of my photograph, do not do it again. See? Another occasion, a boy from San Giovanni Rotondo was gravely ill, who was thought he would die at any given moment. Bata ang gamay, nikalit lang og katawa. No, ang iyang mama nang utanang nagkatawa man ka. Padre Pio tickled my feet. He is tickling my feet right now. No? And after that, he was immediately healed. Pero ang ilang balay is layo meaning Padre Pio visited him. In the letter by Padre Pio in 1913, the Lord allows me to see as in a mirror that my entire life will be a martyrdom. From the time he entered religious life until he received the stigmatas, the life of Padre Pio was way of the cross. In 1912 he wrote, I suffer much, but I do not desire at all that my cross be alleviated, because to suffer with Jesus is very pleasant. So let us learn from this, brothers and sisters. We are so allergic with suffering, we are so afraid of suffering, but in suffering, brothers and sisters, there is power. Ingon siya, I do not desire that my sufferings will be alleviated, because to suffer with Jesus is very pleasant. Sa isa ka spiritual daughter niya, ingon siya, suffering is my daily bread. Yeah. When I do not suffer, I suffer. So para sa iya, kung dili siya mag-suffer, suffering na para sa iya. He is so used to suffering that he is looking for suffering. No? I suffer when I do not suffer. The crosses are the jewels of the spouse, and I am jealous of them. In the evening of January 9, 1940, Padre Pio gathered 3 of his greatest spiritual friends, and he proposed to them a project to which he himself is considered as his greatest work here on earth. Nagtukod siya hospital. Ang ngalan sa hospital, House of Relief from Suffering. Mo ni ang dagway sa hospital. So, ngano nagtukod siya hospital? Kay katong mga dili maayo sa iyahang prayer para miracle healing, diri nila ginapasulod para maayo. See, not everyone who asks for healing, miraculous healing, maayo. Naay mga dili o diri ginaayo in a natural way sa hospital. The purpose of the hospital is to cure sick both spiritually and physically. Ningon po siya, nag-form po siya og mga prayer groups si Padre Pio. Ingon siya, what humanity is lacking is prayer. So si Padre Pio organize po siya og mga prayer groups. I invite souls to pray, and this surely upsets Satan. I recommend to the groups of Christian good works, especially obedience to the Holy Mother Church. So in 1959, some of the officers of the Roman Curia conducted investigation. They took away the administration sa hospital, gikuha sa iyaha. Ang iyang mga prayer groups were abandoned, and the faithful will advise not to visit him or not to confess to him, not to attend mass. Ingana ang iyang experience. And this persecution lasted until his death. So grabe lang, dili lang kay kuan. Ang pinakasakit para nako nga persecution, dili ang atake ni Satan, is persecution from among your peers, that which you consider good people. To suffer from the hands of good people are very painful. Sometimes it's not surprising to suffer from the hands of bad people, but to suffer from the hands of good people because they think bad about you is very, very painful. So mo na ang experience ni Padre Pio. Ingon siya, sweet is the hand of the church when she slaps, because it is the hand of a mother. Grabe gid ang iyang humility. So 50 years later and some days before his death, ang mga stigmata, all of it disappeared. Parang walang nangyari sa iyang mga kamot. It disappeared. For 50 years it was there. Just before his death, it disappeared. Without leaving any trace. No? So it confirmed that it is really supernatural in origin. So 3 days later, he was murmuring during long hours. Balik-balik siya. Jesus, Mary. Jesus, Mary. Mula yung balik-balik niya. And he died on September 23, 1968 at the age of 81 years old. Actually, kung tanawin niyo sa YouTube, you will see his last mass. Actual video of Padre Pio celebrating his last mass. And on that mass, few hours after he died. Luya na yung kaya siya, pero gina-force lang yun niya iyang self. No? And he is in pain. Makita niyo sa YouTube, his last mass. And you have to wait for 4 days para makalabay sa iyahang lungon para to pay respects. Nga nakataas ang pila. It is estimated that more than 100,000 people participated in his burial. And on June 16, 2002, Saint Pope John Paul II canonized Padre Pio. No? So ang rule of life for growing in holiness according to Padre Pio is weekly confession. You must go at least once a week. Kaingon siya, even ang usa ka room is unoccupied, it still gathers dust. So it has to be cleaned once a week. Easier said than done because especially sa atong diocese sa Osamis, there's no regular confession. How much more once a week? Right now, it is being frowned upon to confess once a week. No? Even gani once a month. No? Kay ang atong kaparian karon is conditioned to just give regular confession once a year during Holy Week. So naasa ato ang calendar, ibutang sa ilahang newsletter, schedule once a week na confession, pero kabalo man ta nga drawing lang, wala man ka kahitabo, no? Wala man kahatag by request. Pero kung ilado ka, dili ka mabalibaran. Pero kung di ka ilado, sa kadaghanan nga magsulti, dili mabalibaran gyud, no? Ang kanang confession by request. Let us pray for regular confession. Daily communion, ingon siya, to approach the Blessed Sacrament in a state of mortal sin is one thing, and to be unworthy is quite another. So kinanglan, dili kita mo receive in a state of mortal sin. Examination of conscience every evening. And then, daily spiritual reading. Any kind of spiritual reading we have to make. The harm that comes to souls from the lack of reading holy books makes me shudder. Make even worldly people enter into the way of perfection. So dako kay katabang sa spiritual reading every day. Number 5, mental prayer twice a day. No? Importante kayo ang mental prayer. Lahi pag yun to ang katong mga formula prayers like Our Father, Hail Mary, mga novena. Mental prayer like talking to God in your own words twice a day. So ikaw kuno mag-decide kung unsa kataas ang imong meditation, but if you set it to be 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, tumano nimo, no? Do not leave your place before finishing, no? Meditation is a means to attaining God. Love God with all your soul without reserve. So last miracle. Si Second World War, kabalo ba mo nga si Padre Pio milupad. Bombahan na unta sa mga bombers, sa mga Allied forces, mga British and American bombers, ang ilahang monasteryo. Kaya abi sa mga British bombers, na ay mga German nga mga stock room dito sa ilaha na naalaan. So, unsa gibuhat ni Padre Pio, he met the planes in mid-air. And ang mga piloto makita nila nga naay ga-float nga monk nga naga-wave. Waving them, shooing them away. No? And then, naintriga gyud ang general sa squadron nga he is a Protestant. After the war, he went to San Giovanni Rotondo and visited that place kung kinsa to nga monk. And then, he recognized kini nga monk, this is the actual picture. And this guy with a fat belly beside Padre Pio is the general. And because of this, he became a Catholic. He attested that he saw Padre Pio. A lot of them saw him. Ngunit, pilots ni iyang kuyog. They saw Padre Pio on the air. Huh? Amazing. Okay, time na. God bless us all. I hope you were inspired by the life of Padre Pio. Let us closing prayer.
Oh.
Closing prayer to says,
Okay. Let us all pray the Hail Mary. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the Father, of the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Salamat, bro.
bye-bye, sisters, brothers and sisters, Tita Esther, si Sarah, Brad Jeff, Brad Glenn, Sis Agnes, bye, Sis Tina, bye.
Bye. Salamat.
Bye. Bye, Doc.